Uh, you know what's stopping most people from success? It's not money. It's not education. It's the fact that they stopped dreaming. You had a dream once, but life, people, and fear talked you out of it. And today, I'm going to show you how to get that dream back and turn it into reality. Let me tell you something. Every successful person you admire today started with a crazy dream. Not a realistic one, not a safe one, a dream that made people laugh at them. I was broke, jobless, sleeping in my car, but I had one thing nobody could take from me, A.D. or A.M. And if you still have a dream in your heart, I'm telling you success is still possible for you. You just forgot how powerful that dream really is. Listen to me. I'm going to have to go because what I'm about to tell you might just be the difference between the life you're living and the life you were born for. Over most people don't fail because they're not talented. They don't fail because they don't have resources. They don't fail because life is unfair. They fail because they dream too small, if they dream at all. Somewhere along the way, they convince themselves that big dreams are only for special people, lucky people, rich people, and connected people. And that right there is the prison most people never break out of. Have you ever noticed how when you were a kid, nobody had to teach you how to dream? You'd imagine yourself flying a plane, owning a mansion, being on stage, changing the world. Nobody had to convince you that you could do something big. But then you grew up and the world started talking. Be realistic. Lower your expectations. Play it safe. People like us don't get that far. And after a while, you stop dreaming big, not because you didn't want to, but because you started believing the limits other people placed on you. Let me tell you something straight. God didn't put a small dream in you. He didn't create you and say, let me give this one an average life. No, your problem isn't that you can't be successful. Your problem is that you don't even allow yourself to imagine a bigger life anymore. See, small thinking keeps you stuck. Small dreams don't challenge you, don't pull you, don't build you. Small dreams don't require faith, courage, or growth. And if your dream doesn't scare you just a little bit, it's not a dream. It's an activity. I was a nobody. I was broke, sleeping in my car, washing up in public bathrooms, trying to survive off whatever I could. But even then, I had this big dream in my heart that wouldn't die. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't have a blueprint, but I had the courage to believe in something bigger than my situation. I knew deep down that if I didn't dream past my reality, I'd stay in it forever. See, when you dream small, you don't activate anything inside you. But when you dream big, so big that people think you're crazy, something changes. Your brain starts figuring out ways to move. Your energy shifts, your habits start aligning. The universe starts opening doors. You attract opportunities you would have never seen with a small mind. The size of your dream determines the size of your future. Some of y'all are living a life that feels too tight, too frustrating, too limiting, not because that's who you are, but because your dream is smaller than your potential. People love to say, what if it doesn't work? And I always say, what if it does? What if the thing that looks impossible is only waiting on your permission? What's been go over, what had if the dream you buried is the very thing that was supposed to change your life? You can't hit a target you won't aim at. You can't live a dream you won't speak. You can't rise higher if your mind is living on the floor. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need everyone to agree with you. All you need is the courage to think bigger than your circumstances and believe that the dream inside you was put there for a reason. The people who make it in life aren't always the smartest, richest, or most connected. They're the ones who dare to dream beyond what they see right now. Now, listen closely, because this is one of the most important truths you'll ever hear about success and dreams. People spend years trying to chase what everyone else tells them is success, following paths that weren't meant for them, chasing degrees, chasing money, chasing validation, thinking that's what's going to open doors for them. And they get frustrated, burned out, and start wondering why life isn't working out. The reason is simple. They're looking in the wrong place. The door to your dream isn't out there. It's inside you. It's your gift, your natural ability, the thing that makes you you. And until you find it, nurture it, and give it to the world, that door will remain closed. Steve Harvey always says, your gift will make room for you. And that's not just a nice quote, it's the truth. See, a lot of people get caught up thinking they need permission from someone else to succeed. They think they have to fit into a mold, follow the rules, and do what everyone else is doing. But that's not how doors open. Doors open when you bring something unique to the table, something that only you can give. That's your gift. That's the key that unlocks your dream. And the thing about gifts is they're never small, they're never ordinary. You may not even realize the power in what you have, but it's there waiting for you to claim it. The problem is most people never even look. They're too busy comparing themselves to others, trying to be good at what someone else is good at, copying instead of creating. And while they're busy doing that, their gift is sitting inside them, waiting, growing dusty, untapped. And while that gift waits, life passes them by. Don't let that be you. You were made for more than ordinary. You were made to stand out, to do something only you can do, to offer something only you can offer. And when you finally step into that gift, that's when the door to your dream swings wide open. Let me tell you something else. Your gift doesn't always look like what the world expects. Sometimes it's hidden in a quiet skill, a talent that nobody notices at first. But if you nurture it, if you commit to developing it, if you put it to work for something bigger than yourself, that gift will take you places you couldn't even imagine. I've seen it happen over and over again. People start from nothing, just giving their gift, showing up consistent, not worrying about recognition. And suddenly doors they didn't even know existed open wide. That's how life works. That's how dreams become real. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. And don't get me wrong, finding your gift isn't about luck. It's about paying attention, being honest with yourself and having the courage to act. It's about saying, I'm going to do what I was made to do, no matter what anyone thinks. That's what separates the dreamers who stay stuck from the dreamers who live their dreams. You can spend all the time learning from others, copying their methods, chasing their success, and you'll never open the door to your dream. But when you step into your gift, when you give it your energy, your passion, your focus, the world has no choice but to notice. Let me tell you something that a lot of people don't want to hear, but need to understand if they're serious about success and dreams. Success doesn't come wrapped in a bow, and it sure as hell doesn't come easy. Most people think that if they work hard enough, everything should just fall into place. That's a lie. You can work 24 hours a day. You can grind nonstop. You can sacrifice every comfort in the world, and still, without faith, you'll hit a wall you can't get past. The truth is, your grind alone isn't enough. You need struggle, and you need faith to carry you through it, because the struggle will test you. It will push you to your limits. It will make you question everything. And without faith, that struggle can break you. But with faith, that same struggle becomes your ladder to success. You see, every person who's ever made it big has walked through fire. Steve Harvey, myself included, we've been there. Homeless, broke, rejected, laughed at, told we'd never make it. And every time the world said no, it was faith and the belief that God had a plan that kept us moving forward. You can't skip the struggle. You can't bypass the pain. You can't avoid the setbacks. Those are the stepping stones. Those are the tests. Those are the moments where your faith has to be bigger than your fear. When life pushes you down, that's the moment you say, I will not quit. I will not give up. I trust that something bigger is on the other side of this struggle. Now, a lot of people misunderstand faith. They think faith is just believing everything will be handed to them. That's not faith. That's wishful thinking. Real faith is showing up every day, doing the work, even when nobody believes in you, even when it seems hopeless, even when everything is falling apart. Faith is knowing deep down that the struggle is not punishment. It's preparation. It's molding you, shaping you, sharpening you so that when the opportunity finally comes, you'll be ready to handle it. Steve Harvey says it best, God's delay is not God's denial. That delay, that struggle, that rejection, it's all part of the process. And here's another thing most people miss. They give up too soon. They don't understand that success and dreams are never instant. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You're going to have days where you feel like quitting, nights where you cry, nights where you doubt yourself. But those nights, that struggle is the fertilizer for your success. Faith keeps you in the game long enough for the harvest to come. Without it, you quit before the blessing arrives. That's why so many people fail. They had the talent, they had the idea, they had the plan, but they didn't have the faith to endure the struggle. And it's the struggle that builds your character, your resilience, your strength, your confidence, and eventually your victory. I want you to understand this. Every obstacle you face, every rejection you experience, every failure that knocks you down is not the end. It is the universe's way of testing if you truly want it. It's a challenge to see if your faith is bigger than your fear, if your belief in yourself is stronger than the opinions of others, if your commitment to your dream is greater than the comfort of giving up. You can't cheat this process. You can't skip the struggle and expect success to show up magically. You have to embrace it. You have to endure it. You have to let it push you, shape you, and prepare you for the life you were meant, and prepare if you were meant to live now. Let me tell you something that most people never want to admit, but it's a truth that can either make or break your life. You are sitting there thinking, I'll start tomorrow. I'll wait until I have a little more experience. I'll wait until I have more money. I'll wait until the timing is perfect. And while you're waiting, life keeps passing you by. Let me be honest with you. There is no perfect time. There is no flawless moment. Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Dreams don't check your calendar. The longer you wait for the perfect conditions, the further away your dream drifts from you and the more ordinary life becomes. Steve Harvey says it's straight. If you're waiting for permission, if you're waiting for the stars to align, if you're waiting for everyone to tell you you're ready, you will be waiting forever. The perfect time is a lie. The perfect moment doesn't exist. Life is messy. Opportunities are messy. The people who succeed are the ones who jump in anyway, even when they feel unsure, even when the fear is screaming in their ear, even when the odds look stacked against them. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to take the first step and trust that the rest will follow. That's how dreams become reality, by action, not by waiting. I've seen too many people who have amazing ideas, incredible talent, and huge potential, but they sit paralyzed because they're waiting for life to hand them the perfect moment. And while they wait, other people who are willing to take a chance, are moving past them. They're building, they're growing, they're learning from their mistakes, and they're achieving what the dreamers sitting on the sidelines only imagine. Waiting is the enemy of progress. Waiting kills dreams. Waiting creates regret. You've got to understand that no one is going to show up and tell you it's time. You've got to decide it yourself, summon the courage, and start even if the path is unclear. And here's the thing, starting doesn't mean you have to have all the answers. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a guaranteed outcome. You don't need everyone to believe in you. What you need is commitment to your dream and the willingness to move forward even when things are uncertain. That's what separates the people who live their dreams from the people who just talk about them. The people who wait for the perfect time will always wonder, what if? The people who start today create their own perfect time along the way, because action turns possibility into reality. Action, persistence, and faith will carve the path where there was none before. Let me tell you one more thing. Perfection is a trap. If you keep chasing perfect conditions, you'll never take the leap. You'll never risk. You'll never grow. and you'll never experience what you're capable of. Steve Harvey often talks about jumping and growing your wings on the way down. That's exactly what this is about. You take the first step before you feel ready. You start before you feel confident. You put yourself out there. You trust yourself, and you let life catch up to your courage. Because here's the truth: the people who start, the people who move, the people who act imperfectly but consistently are the ones who eventually reach the life they dreamed of. And the people who wait, they stay stuck watching from the sidelines. So here's the truth I want you to take with you today. Your dreams are not too big. Your gift is not too small. The struggle is not wasted. And the perfect time will never come unless you create it. Every successful person you admire started exactly where you are right now, with uncertainty, with fear, with doubts. But they refused to let those things stop them. They dreamed big. They trusted their gift. They endured the struggle, and they took action before they felt ready. And that's exactly what I want for you. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, and step into the life you were meant to live. Your dreams are calling. Your gift is waiting. And the only thing between you and success is the courage to begin today.